Yo, what it is, YouTube? It's your boy MB, ready to do the daily breakdown of the S&P 500 on the futures market. Today is Tuesday, May 14th, 2024, and today was a very tricky day because of news at 7:30, 1 hour before the open. Let me break it down for you how you could have caught today's long play. Because the signs were there all day, you just had to not fight it. So I have this 1 hour chart pulled up, and you can see that at 7:30, news dropped, and the market dropped about 25 points. So the first sign that showed us that today might be a long day was that, although we dropped 25 points, we ended up getting a very strong close above the support level. So this is a 1 hour support level where you can see that all these candles, even though we have all these wicks below it, we get a bunch of closes on top of this area, and it acts as support a few different times. So that was the first time. We had a 25-point drop, and then it ends up closing above the support level. So that's bullish sign number one. If I go to a 5-minute chart, we have the news candle starting here at 7:30, and so 48.5 was the next spot where we expected to have some type of resistance because there would still be some sellers there. So obviously we have this giant retracement, and then from 7:35 we started to slowly grind up higher. And sometimes what you'll see is we'll come back to the top of this candle where this one started at, and then it'll reject and then we'll sell off. What ended up happening was we got a little bit above that, found some resistance, but then found some support right over here. So right at market open, we ended up finding support and then breaking above this candle. So that kind of invalidated this whole drop. So now let me show you the best plays of the day. So we ended up creating like a bull flag right here and then this demand zone. So there was a bit of a pull and then a pullback, and you probably could have taken a long right here. I'm sure this was a 50% pullback, but even if you missed this one, I feel like the best entry was right over here around 9:15. Whenever we pulled back into this demand area off of VWAP, so I ended up taking this long, and then that was a quick 10 points. And that leads us right into play number two. It was in the supply area, so if I go back to the 1 hour chart, you had this area yesterday where we got rejected. You can see how these candles close right here around this 59.60 area. So play number two was a rejection right off of the supply zone, right off of this pivot point actually. And then that was about a 15-point drop. And then you could have probably taken a long somewhere down here, but it didn't touch my support level, so I'm not going to count that. But play number three was a break and retest of this support level. And so we have a support level here. We break below it, and then the first time they retested it, it ends up rejecting. So that was a 5-point sell-off. And this was kind of the hard part where it faked me out. I thought that we were going to keep dropping. But what ended up happening was we ended up, retesting this 41 level, which is our hourly support level. So play number four was just a bounce off of this support level. And then from there, we absolutely take off. So this pattern ended up playing out a few different times. It played out yesterday, Thursday, and Friday of last week. It was like a pre-market sell-off, and then we have a rally, a pullback, and then we find our bottom into like a demand area, or we end up getting a push. Yesterday, we didn't get this push, but this is exactly what I was looking for yesterday. So this would have been a really good play if I had actually taken it long. I was short here at like 48.5, so I was up like 7-8 points. Never took profits because it didn't hit my targets. Just a learning lesson for me not to fight the market and fight what I see. It was just these wicks that ended up kind of faking me out. So it should have been an easy day, but ended up making it a lot harder on myself. So always room for an improvement, but hope you guys had a better day than I. Catch you tomorrow. I love you.